Hi Tim, it's Chris Reed here from Art SEO, and I've put together this short video audit to show you the things that you're doing tremendously right with your website and kicking goals, but the huge potential that you still have available. So the first thing I've done is gone over to Google and type in site colon and your domain name. And this shows all of the pages that you have indexed in Google, and they're ranked by what Google sees as the most authoritative. And so straight away I can see that you have your title tags and metadata set, so it's looking pretty good. I'd look at some better site structure, but we kind of silos as they are, but we can talk a bit more about that later. But generally, you're looking all right. But one thing I would recommend is unless your brand name is so strong that people are really going to resonate with that and go, oh yeah, I'm going to go click on that. And it's much more important to have what you do than who you are, because they're searching for drug and alcohol rehab centers. Then put that on the front, because then they'll find that rather than unless they don't know your name. And when I search drug and alcohol rehab centers, you're not in the top 10, and that's the main keyword you're after. So I'd either put a location, because there's really huge competition here, like rehabs and stuff and American addiction centers. So unless you really want to compete with these guys, then I'd put some location tags on there to narrow down the scope, which will really help you rank for that. So what I did do is look at your competitors here, and so this tool that we have shows who your best competitors are. And I used these guys, bhpalmbeach.com, as they seem as a pretty similar size treatment center. So to try and compare apples with apples. So if we go over here we can see that you rank for 5,800 keywords, generating you 6,700 visitors. That means a lot of those keywords aren't on the front page, because most keywords have a lot more than one search volume. And if you were to buy that traffic, it would cost $32,000. So that's a lot of really great, valuable traffic. And we can see over the last 2 years, though, is you had a bit of a spike, but it looks like you got a penalty. So these red dots, these are where penalties happen. And I can see that you've gone down straight afterwards from your height of 15,000 down to 12,000, which wasn't bad. But then you're down at 10,000 and it's had another penalty. And down you've continued to go, and it seems like that you've got a few. So I'm not exactly sure I haven't looked into what you're doing, but you were getting around 9,000 very consistently for a year, and then you moved up to around 11,000. Now you've dropped down to 6. So 6 is still 50% less, or a third of 9,000, so 33% less than you were getting 2 years ago. So I'd certainly look into what those penalties are and how that happened. But we can see here, these are the keywords that you rank for, and these are the positions. And so you got heaps of number ones that I'm sure that there'll be plenty that you're on page 2 for that you need to move forward for. And so if we look at these guys here, they rank for 1,500 keywords, generating 7.2 thousand visitors, and their traffic would be worth $66,000. That's crazy. And so you can see that it's a pretty similar amount of traffic, 6,700 to 7,200. It's not drastically different. But look at the value of their traffic, 32,000 to 66,000. So the value comes from how much the cost per click is on keywords. And so I'll rank the keywords by cost per click. Generally, the higher the cost per click, it means the more people are going to bid for them on AdWords, because the more valuable they are. And you can see right here, luxury alcohol rehab centers, $340 per click. Long-term drug rehab centers, $256 per click. So, they're not in position 1 for all of these, but they're ranking for all of them. Where if we go over to your keywords, you've got some very high ones, but just not as many as them. You rank out of the 200s very quickly. But, still super valuable traffic. I don't wish to diminish that. So basically how Google works, right? Yes, you need to have a good looking website. It needs to load right. It needs to have good site structure. And it needs to answer the question that the person's searching for. But if two websites have that same thing, how does it put one ahead of the other? Well, it's down to authority, because you can't fake authority. It's based on your trust around the internet, who's linking to you and who's talking about you. So we can look at that, and we can see that you've got a trust flow, or basically an authority of 16, which isn't very high. And when you can see a citation flow of 37, these two numbers are meant to be very near each other. If they're not, it means that there's something up, and that's probably something to look at with the penalties that we're talking about. It's quite possibly that you got a backlink penalty, meaning that someone made some artificial backlinks to your website, and that's caused you some pain. And if we see here, you've got 537 domains linked to your website, and you used to have 98,000 backlinks in your historic index. You now have 11,000, so it looks like there's been some cleaning up, but it looks like there's certainly some more cleaning up that needs to be done. Where if we look at these guys here, they've got a trust flow of 20. 16 to 20 mightn't sound like a lot, but this is logarithmic, so each step gets exponentially harder. So it is quite a lot, and they've got a trust from 720 domains, so quite a few extra domains. So the two things that I'd really look at is cleaning up these domains and building more authority. The more authority you have, without even touching your website, it'll help improve the rankings for all of the keywords, especially those ones that are on page 2 that you're getting no traffic for. It'll move them to page 1, where you're going to get some new customers. So who am I anyway? Well, that's me right there. My name's Chris Reed, and I'm the CEO and founder with a croaky voice of Ardor SEO. And we specialize in working with companies just like yours, drug treatment centers all over the US, Canada, Australia, and even in Thailand. And we help the people that are looking for your services, that need your help, find you and take action. And we know at the end of the day that no one cares about search engine rankings or traffic. They care about customers, and that's exactly what we focus on. So Tim, if you'd like me to show you, how we can help with this and generate thousands of more visitors to your website every day, visitors that will turn into customers, all you need to do is click the button below this video. It'll pop up my calendar. Just find a day and time that suits you and book in a call. So thank you very much for your time, and hope you're booking a call and we get to speak really soon. Cheers, Tim. Bye-bye.